we have Gucci toilet paper at home. Reason why a black child is not moving forward is because of black tax. And also another thing, ladies' best friends are the ghetto. So how am I supposed to remove 50 people from the dungeon? Don't they have their own hands, arms, legs, feet, and eyes? Like, make it make sense.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hello and welcome to my tube. My name is Sonia. If you're new here, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to the tube. Now, I do have an announcement for all of you here, my people that are subscribed to my channel, and even anybody that is just passing by. Okay, so are you ready for this? We have a new gang name, guys. That's why I even don't want to say guys, because saying guys for me feels so impersonal, and I know I say it a lot in my videos, but I just want us to change that narrative. Okay, I want to go from calling you guys to calling you my buddies. So you are buddies of the tube. Okay, everybody that comes here on this channel is a tube buddy. Okay, now let's get into the video. My name is Sonia, and over here we like to complain. On this channel we like to complain. No, we don't complain actually, we rant. We talk about things that matters. We talk about things that other people are too scared to talk about because they are afraid of being judged. Okay, now in this episode I'm gonna come to you with basically candid talk. I want us to talk about the things that deeply matter to us, the things that we are too scared to talk about, but they are happening. And you know what, in a nutshell, I personally think that life itself is a scam. Life is a scam because we were never told, growing up, we were never told this is what it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. This is what you're expected to do. Go pay your bills, go bear some children, go marry some husband or some wife. I mean, life does not come with a manual, right? But if of course you are Christian, we do have our manual from God, which is the Bible, and that I totally do appreciate. All right, but overall now, buddies, I want us to think for a second. What are the things that prove to you that life is a scam? Number one is the bills. Now, buddies, please help me understand, why am I supposed to be paying for a house that I'm living in? I know, okay, but maybe it makes sense to some of you, but it doesn't make sense to me, right? And part of the bills are school. Like what school? I feel like school was supposed to pay us for attending it, because without us there will be no school. Imagine you go 12 years of your life in this school, and you are still paying a lot of money just to get educated. And then you graduate, you pass that grade or that series of whatever, and then you still go and then you go look for a job. And this job, you know what they do? They first start you off as a lousy intern, making coffee for the big boys, photocopying papers, useless papers, doing some mediocre task, apparently to test your capacity or to test your how much you can really take, how much nonsense you can take. And I do agree, right? That was the first part of the training. But school, what have you taught us? After paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in school, what has school taught us? School has not even taught us how to handle our money. It has not even taught us that you are going to go there into the job market and you're going to be paid on the 30th of every month and you need to budget. No, school doesn't teach us that. Why? Because school doesn't care. All right. Anyways, one of the things that I've actually learned, like growing up, was some of the things are not as they seem. Okay, like I was recently talking to a buddy of mine, Katomi Delayo, shout out. I was talking to him and he was having something on his status about some spices, hey, and then he thought that this spice, there's a special plant somewhere which grows and it just has to be grinded, okay, to create that spice. Okay, and then later I told him, I said, look, my life was a lie. I also thought that ground, okay, when people say ground beef, ground pepper, ground cinnamon, I thought it's something that is grown from the ground. Now guys, I know I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. I thought it was something grown from the ground, hence the term ground. And English is a lie. One of the things that is also a scam is English, guys. English is such a scam. How do you have the same word but it has different meanings? I know our vernacs, our mother tongues also do possess those characters, but English is such a scam, you know. So after that, learning that ground actually is the past tense of grinded, because grinded sounds so African Englishy if I may call it that way. So that is one of the shocking things I learned as an adult. As an adult, I did not know that I was gonna grow up and I'm gonna be in a house that is probably having some things falling apart, which I have to pay for, and at the end of the month I have to pay for this house as well. Also, one of the shocking things that I've learned as an adult is that you are on your own. You on your own. Nobody is going to save you. Stop trying to think that somebody out there is coming to save you. Nobody owes you anything, unfortunately. Unfortunately, nobody. And I mean nobody owes you anything. Not even your mama, not even your papa, none of your uncles or your aunts or your cousins or your sisters. Nobody owes you anything. If you get into trouble, matata, if you get into trouble, you need to get yourself out of that trouble. So one of the harshest things I've learned in life is that nobody cares and nobody is gonna bail you, right? So I've also learned that really in life, you're gonna make a lot of friends. And in life, you're gonna break up with a lot of friends. You're gonna lose a lot of friends. Some of these friends will fall away because of circumstance. Some of them will fall away because of chance, like maybe, you know. And most of them will fall away because they were just there because of what you can give them. The moment you stop being that thing for them, then they stop coming to you, or they stop following you, or they stop actually associating yourself with. And this is like personally a real life experience, you know. When I was in my 20s, guys, I was making friends. I was having a lot of friends, especially from university times. I had this friend, you know. I had a eating friend, I had a KFC friend, hiking friend, I had a washing laundry friend, I had a dining hall friend. I was in the hostel. So one of the things that I did not know, one of the things that I actually sadly came to realization is that these friends are going to go. Now, university friends, I had a best friend, right? And this best friend of mine is a guy, all right? And that also gets me to my next I don't actually want to do this into points, right? Because I just feel like points sound so scripted and stuff like that. But I'm just going to, you know, what is the word? I'm just going to swim into the, you understand what I'm saying? So I had this best friend who is a guy. And I also believe that in life we were never told that a guy best friend or an opposite sex best friend can never work. And I say this with my chest. I do understand it can work for you if you are that kind of person that, okay, unless he's gay or unless she is not into guys, you understand. Opposite friends of the opposite sex may never work. Why? Because anybody will end up catching feelings. Those feelings which cannot be bottled up, one day they're gonna come out and they are going to ruin the friendship. Okay, now I might do a story time on how I lost my male best friend, male bestie, but actually that is a topic for another day, right? All I'm saying is that best friends of the opposite sex may never work, right? Unless that opposite sex is not into your kind of what you call it. Because look, now what happens is this: when you are friends with this person, you tell them your deepest, darkest, most intimate things, all right? So if you are a lady, right, you confide into this guy and you tell this guy, oh, my boyfriend did this, oh my, and you know what, most of the time this friend is always in the friend zone, and then you go around getting from one boyfriend to another boyfriend to another boyfriend, and this guy will be there all along. or this girl will be there all along while you jump from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. They might also have their own partners that time, but they don't know those partners as much as they know you. You understand? So this is where the emotional attachment sort of like comes. Okay, now nobody told me that a male bestie is a no-no, because the moment I met my husband, it was a struggle, because I now had to navigate between two best friends. You understand? So if you are married, let your best friend be your husband too. Yeah. And also another thing, ladies' best friends are the ghetto. Ladies' best friends are the ghetto. Why do I say that? Because you will be telling this girl, be telling this woman, you'll be telling this, and you know, as ladies, we like to talk, we like to annoy each other, we like to make ourselves feel like we are progressing more than the other one. So my husband bought me a Louis Vuitton handbag. Oh my gosh, we have Gucci toilet paper at home. Oh wow, we are just moving into a new estate. Look, that girl best friend is looking at you like, I wish it was me. Now recently there was a story on social media on two best friends that it's very heartbreaking. I didn't really read into details, but I can most certainly tell you that these are the best friends that we trust with our lives, and they end up stealing your man. So male besties end up catching feelings, female besties end up stealing your man. Or actually just end up envying you totally overly. So that is what I'm saying, like, it's something that nobody taught me. Nobody told me actually growing up that your friends that you had from grade pre-primary are not the friends that you're gonna have when you turn 29. Now, life after 30, I have learned that life after 30 is more about being relaxed, being in tune with yourself, getting to know the true you, and getting to understand that not everything is for you. I'm telling you, the moment I hit 30, it was like a different kind of vibe, no? And a lot of people look at you like when you are 30, like, oh, Mdala, you are old. No, you are actually just at a toddler stage, because this is where the purity of life starts. This is where you have been tried and tested. This is where your character has been through the most. This is where you actually get to learn that, hey, who is for me and who is for you. Relatives, family members, these people need to be told that no, not everything should come from me. Imagine I'm the firstborn daughter, right? And literally everybody is looking at me. We need what? We don't have this. When somebody dies, you must be the one to run. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want to do these things, but it's just a thing of like, nobody ever taught me, nobody ever prepared me for these things. And I know you are looking at me, my buddy. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying this video. Yeah, let's get back to that. So today we have those relatives that are always like, they want to suck you dry most of the time. Those relatives that think that you have more money just because you went to a certain school or you work at a certain job. But most importantly, those relatives that just want to chill with you because they want to be like the cool kids, you know. So relatives also need a warning. Hey, that black tax story, no guys, no, nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever told me that. No, they didn't. They did. They like, yeah, grow up so that uketukufeko, like translated like, so you can remove us from the dungeons. But hello, how am I supposed to remove 50 people from the dungeon? Don't they have their own hands, arms, legs, feet, and eyes? Like, make it make sense. Just make it make sense. This is really something that is very dear to my heart, and I think that the reason why a black child is not moving forward is because of black tax. This black tax may come in a form of money, it may come in a form of emotional abuse or whatever, but black tax has no limits. Black tax has no boundaries. Black tax will find you sleeping at night and they are calling you to come and bail out a cousin who has just been arrested because he was drunk and driving. Hey, black tax needs to actually just stop, because no. All right, Now, we also do have relationship advisors. There are so many people that are gonna come to you and advise you about. Most of these people come advise you from a point of either point of envy or point of light. Let she just do her things, you understand. But relationship advisors, really, most of the times, they tell you the wrong things. Just look within yourself. Sometimes when you look for advice, right, it's that you already know what you want to do, but you're just asking for somebody to what is the word, you're just looking for somebody to stem your madness, like somebody to say it's okay to be mad like this and it's okay to do that. Okay, one of the shocking things that I've learned as an adult is that finding help, there is nothing wrong with finding help. Entrepreneurs, right, business people, corporate people, especially entrepreneurs, I want to tell you that you guys are doing the most and they make it look so easy. One of the things that I actually want to point out is that entrepreneurship looks so easy on the outside, but in the inside there's a lot of sweat, blood and tears that goes into those projects or the product that you actually see them selling. Talk, for example, network marketing that I'm in. People are there, you know, posting on their status, hey, buy this Herbalife or Tupperware or Avon, what. But deep down inside, Pakati inside, during the people, when it has to come down to the nitty-gritties, when you have to recruit, when you have to deal with people that are just they don't have common sense, no courtesy, no restriction, no boundaries, when you have to deal with all this kind of people in the corporates, people who are in the corporates, what is wrong with you? You come into our businesses just to frustrate us. Now, entrepreneurship looks very easy, but it's not. Entrepreneurship is the hardest kind of thing that one can do, right? And that is why that I'm starting something called Bubble Buddies. And if you're in Namibia, do hit me up on my Instagram. There is a page on Instagram, Bubble Buddies. And yeah, it's actually something to help entrepreneurs. I actually like being a buddy to the entrepreneurs, because sometimes you just don't have anybody to talk to. Sometimes you just don't know, go on about your life. Sometimes you just don't have anybody to pitch your idea to. You tell your friend will steal your idea. You tell your cousin will be jealous of you. All of those things. So yeah, that is actually what I've decided I'm gonna come up with, you know, to help entrepreneurs. Okay, so just hit me up on my Instagram and then we will talk. Actually, I just want to come to the end of this video. It has been probably very long and I don't want to ramble all the way, but yeah, these are actually the shocking things that I've learned in life. Now I'm still learning though, but all I have to tell you is that, buddy, be graceful to yourself, give yourself some grace, cut yourself some slack. You are doing well, and don't let the world intimidate you with their achievements and with their accomplishments, because you got it. Okay, so until next time, buddy, it's bye-bye.